great. Uh, it was my first ever exit meeting, so it was more just really getting on the same page on plans for the summer, coming back prepared for a great season.
Describe what the season's been like for you from the beginning to the middle to right now.
It's been ups and downs. Very surprising season with the retirement. Um, but it caught, I feel like it caught a lot of people off guard, but we made the best out of what we could possibly do with it. Um, and I feel like a lot of people's abilities were challenged because you didn't know what a lot of people were capable of because of the retirement. So I feel like next year you'll get a better feel of what everybody's capable of, coaches, players, everybody. So
Is that something that Brian and Mitch were understanding of when talking to you that obviously the camera tour does impact that?
yeah, I mean that's something we've been discussing throughout the year. It wasn't just something that just recently came upon. But it's also not an excuse. I mean, but only could do we could only what we were able to do.
What are your plans for the summer? Is there any particular part of your game you want to work on?
Definitely want to keep stay in the weight room as much as possible. Um, guys are strong in this league, especially in my position. You got guys that are smaller but stronger, faster. So trying to improve in that, and I would say in the post, trying to develop a better post game and using it to my advantage of being a bigger guard.
Bill, what moments you take away from last night with Kobe's game?
That was crazy. Just the environment, the whole atmosphere was just. You can tell it's something that the Laker Nation fans are used to. That's why I feel like that anything less is not acceptable. The I don't know, just the noise. The everybody was on. They were on their feet the whole time. Nobody really sat down. Every moment wanted to be documented, and every shot Kobe took. It was just something that like it can't really put your finger on what was going on. It was just like live through this moment, and there's been a lot of success throughout this organization. So it's something that I feel like the Laker fans are used to, and I'm just glad I got to be a part of it.
Did you feel kind of before last night, obviously your rookie season, Kobe had some moments where they're like stretches in the third quarter or whatever. Did you feel like you were missed out kind of on the opportunity to be part of like one of Kobe's great games?
I mean, I've said it. That game was a prime example of Kobe. He's put on some of the greatest performances of any player, and he's done it multiple times, and that's what makes him one of the best. This year, he's probably put on a clinic a few times, but it wasn't like last night. Last night, if he would have did that earlier in the year, we would have probably been like, all right, whoop de doo. But he did it on his last game, like the last game of ever, and 60 points. That's crazy. And we won from I don't think 2 minutes going into the game anybody think that we're gonna win, but the people that were on the floor and just the love that he was getting out there. Like the craziest thing that I remember is I think one of their players blocked his shot, great block, and the fans started booing him. And I was like, wow. Then another 2 minutes later, he fouled somebody, and then the ref called foul on him, and everybody started booing. I'm like, that's crazy for everybody just to be cheering for you like that. So
Jordan Clarkson was saying that even with just the 17-win season, that you still feel a couple love from the fans and the fan base. Did you have the same experience this year?
definitely, like I said, last night was crazy. I feel like we won the whole thing. That our record was, um, we were on pace for tying the Chicago Bulls. But the fans were loyal the whole year. I don't know if it was because Kobe announced his retirement, but everywhere we went was like a home game, and if we were winning, that would be a crazy advantage for us. Just thinking about that, if we were winning going into every game, knowing that this team was trying to beat us, but knowing that we got more fans at their arena than they do, and that's just a crazy feeling.
What were your expectations coming in, 19 years old, and being a Laker, and now going through this entire experience over these past few months and where you're at now in terms of your health?
It was a lot of stuff I didn't know going into this year, preparing for a lot of stuff that I didn't know would happen. But now, the end of the year, I know what I need to work on. I know what I have to do to be a better player, and I feel like the sky's the limit going into the summer because I know what I need to do.
Any examples of that?
Um, just working hard and your mentality going into every game. You can't predetermine what you're gonna do going into every game. You can't predetermine as far as I'm gonna be aggressive tonight, or I'm gonna be less aggressive tonight, or I'm not gonna really play hard tonight. That's something you can do at the college level and get away with, but at this level, there's no way you get away with that.
D'Angelo, what was the process like for you going through experience Byron's expectations and his style of coaching?
I feel like it was just everybody was trying to get to know each other. It's the first year. Everybody was just thrown in to a pot and expecting gold to come out, and we struggled all year trying to figure out roles, just what guys could do. Like I feel like it was just a warm up, and I feel like next year we'll have a better taste of what guys are capable of, what they dislike, what they like. Me being a point guard, that's my job to know where guys are comfortable and strengths and weaknesses, and that's something I want to take upon myself to help guys take their game, including myself, to the next level.
And how that few weeks ago, Byron made a comment that he felt like he could have done better in a way in communicating to the young guys. What was his perspective with that?
I mean, I agree, but I feel like it was just an adjustment. We didn't, like I said, going into this year, Julius coming off an injury, JC not really playing as much last year. Me coming straight in from college, everybody felt like they had something to prove. So every night it was like I have to prove something. I have to prove something. And I feel like next year we're going into it's more like we got to prove something. Just our mentality is just it's going to be completely different. And I feel like that'll separate us from a lot of teams because we don't know how good we can be, but I know if we figure it out, the sky's the limit.
What have you learned from this season in terms of what it means to be a leader?
I don't feel like you can teach leadership qualities. You just gotta have it. And I've always tried to be a leader, but I feel like the great thing about our team is everybody wants to be a leader, and I feel like that's just a positive, something we can really use going into every practice, going into every shoot around, every game, every film session. Everybody wants to take a part of them doing something not so good and them doing something good. Like you wanna credit that.
Same, I guess, sort of the same question to you, especially in regards to what happened in the season with you in terms of just accountability, just like being accountable for the teams.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot this year. We didn't have a lot of success, so there wasn't really too much to, I don't know, applaud the next guy for. But when anybody did do something, everybody had the next guy's back. I remember I think it was preseason. Everybody wanted. It was a close game. I forgot who we played against, but everybody wanted Kobe to take the last shot, and we went to Lou. And I remember him missing, but it was just everybody like, "Yo, we expected Kobe, but coach said Lou was taking it," and everybody supported that decision. So
D'Angelo, Kobe told us just about the message that he tried to give about taking the game a certain amount of seriously and it being sacred and how he never left anything on the table. Do you feel like that? Do you think that some guys get that more than others? How important is that to get to a level you want to get to?
heck no. If I was him, I mean, I feel like if I go out my last game, like I'd be feeling like my mind's playing mental gymnastics with itself because this is my last game. I'm expecting to have I feel like I'm too old to keep playing. That's what I'm thinking because it's my last game. But he goes out and he puts on a 60-point performance. I'm gonna tell myself, yo, I can play 82 more games and possibly do it again. Like, but him saying he gave it all he got, he can't give any more to the game. That just shows that he's done it all. He's not. Usually when you say satisfied, you can't put that in a sentence and say you're satisfied and I feel like you can do more. I feel like he's satisfied and that's all he can do, and that's acceptable because he's won, he's broken records, he's gave every fan what they wanted with his performances. But me personally, I think I'd feel like, oh, I could sign a 10-day somewhere and play and put on another 30-point performance. Like, I would feel like I would just be able to keep going. But for him to leave on a 60-point night, I feel like that's the best way you could go out.
And then and then the message that he's kind of he sort of challenged you.
Yeah.
It sounded like, so,
Mhm.
okay, guys, if you want to do something, that's the way that you have to approach your.
You have to, yeah. Basically, he was just more. You have to give all you got going into the off season. There's this organization there's no. I feel like failure is not an option because you can be replaced just like that. And him just speaking on him going 20 years in, 20 years strong every off season. He dedicated himself to being the best he could possibly be. So when he came to the end, he knew that he dedicated every year. He gave it his all. So he wouldn't have any screws twisted. He just gave it all. So
Is that inspirational to you?
definitely.
Jordan said earlier playing last night's game. He didn't really remember it. It was kind of a blur.
Yeah.
What was it like for you to take part in that game that night?
It was crazy. It's something that you can document and share. It was one of Kobe's greatest moments, and I feel like for him, first winning was a big part, just because I don't know how I would feel going out and we lost. You know, you still win, but you lost the game, and I don't know, but it was crazy. Like he shot 50 shots. He made 22 of them. Literally, it felt like every shot he shot went in. Like, I don't remember his misses, but I remember his makes vividly. And the fans, they were on their feet the whole time. He airballed a few shots, but it was still like people were chanting, just like because you forgot about it so fast. And I just feel like it's just loyalty that the fans have for him since he's came into the league, and for him to leave on that positive note. It was just I don't know, his salute. So.
Do you remember that the embrace as you were going off after was after Clarkson's dunk? So you and Julius.
Oh, when it was all three of us, yeah.
Court. Yeah, what was that like? The middle of the center court there.
Man, it was a great feeling. Like right now, I don't remember a lot from last night. It was a complete blur, but I do remember I remember that moment. It felt great. I remember him saying thank you. Like he told us all thank you, and I'm just like, thank you. You know, like what you thanking us for? but like yeah, I don't really remember too much from last night.
Was there anything special you got signed from him or any memorabilia?
Yeah, growing up, my dad was a Celtics fan. My brother was a Lakers fan, and I was just a fan of whoever was winning. And my brother, he's been a Kobe fan forever, and he wanted to get like a pair of shoes signed. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna get signed. And I was like, man, we did a collab earlier in the year, magazine cover. It's like, I'm gonna get that signed, and I'm gonna get one of my jerseys, my own jersey, because I couldn't find his jersey anywhere. So I got my brother's jerseys. I'm in shirt signed. I'm in shoes signed. My jersey and magazine. So trying to frame that.
How important was this one? Was this like the most important win of the year for you guys? Did you really want to win this game back to back? Was it really hard for you?
I would say this one in the Golden State game, because Golden State had so much to lose, and we really were like, we didn't have anything to lose. It was just pride. And this game was very important because it was like we wanted to win for him. like everybody went out their way and was like, let's just win for him. If that's him taking 10 shots, if that's him taking 100 shots, we're gonna do it for him, and that was the most important thing.
D'Angelo, how do you evolve this season? Starter, bench, still larger on the team. How do you evolve personally?
It was an adjustment. I've been through a lot, getting to the point that I am today. As far as on the court, off the court, whatever it is, I've had to handle adversity so many times, and I just feel like this was another example of being tested through adversity, showing your true character, and I feel like I made the best out of every situation I was put in.
There's been so much talk of, Kobe retiring about who picks up the torch next franchise phase. You're the number 2 overall pick in this team. How much pressure do you feel?
It's all. I feel like it's all on me. It's on me. If I don't take it, I take it. If I do, I do. But I don't feel like it matters at this point. I feel like with the guys that we have and whoever we get in the off season, I feel like we'll all come in with the same mentality as far as winning. Because we struggled so much this year. We knew what that feeling felt like. And that feeling sucks. You don't want that feeling. It's not so more. I want the torch. I want all the glory. When you lose, no one gets the glory. No one gets the torch. No one gets the shine. It's just, I guess, more attention in the media room, but none of that really matters. And it's more like winning's the most important thing because you know what losing felt like. So.
How much do you think, too, if it will help you guys to have gone through all of this together, like if you're looking to build as a foundation?
It's great because you know what it felt like. Like I said, for example, if me and 2 other players went through this hard time, and then 2 new guys come in on the team and they don't know what it feel like, and we go through practice the same way we went through practice last year or the year before when we were losing, or if we just didn't take stuff serious, you see where it turns out, where the turning point was, why we were losing games, because that whole demeanor was the same as far as losing. Like, you can't walk around like you're winning when you're losing. And I feel like this, like I said, this organization is not a losing organization, so they know how to win. They know how to put the right pieces around whatever it takes, and just got to make the best out of it.
Can you talk a little bit about how crazy it is that this has been your rookie season? Like, this is not normal, right, for an NBA season. Are you ready for kind of the culture shock of how different next year is going to be?
Honestly, yeah. If we could start, we got 5-6 months off, that's great. But if we had 1 month off and the season came right around just like that, I wouldn't be mad about that. Just because I'm so anxious to know what it's gonna be like. It's like being on a plane ride for so long to get to wherever you're trying to go, and you can't wait to get off the plane. That's how it feels. Just can't wait to summer league, till training camp, first preseason game, all that. So.
D'Angelo, it's been a few weeks since the whole incident. You said you wanted to try to earn your teammates' trust back, and it might take a long time. Have you felt like you've made any inroads at that? Have you felt like you've grown?
I wish I never said that. Because I don't feel like I lost my teammates' trust. I felt like I can be me, but I'm a funny, goofy guy. Like, I can't be funny, goofy, happy-go-lucky all the time like I was before, because now people probably were laughing with me. Now they might just laugh at me, So I wouldn't say I lost my trust. It's just more what I gotta pick and choose when I do me, So I feel like my teammates have been very supportive, and Kobe's done a great job of being there for me. But it's more, my incident was so small compared to his retirement, his last game, his last everything. That overshadowed everything. So I don't really remember most of it. I just went about it, and his success kind of made me forget about a lot. So.
D'Angelo, how much of your meeting consisted about talking about stuff like that, about the happy-go-lucky stuff, and picking your spots maybe a little more carefully?
There wasn't I don't feel like it dictated. I don't feel like it affected me the way I carried myself. I don't feel like it affected me, so it wasn't really too much talk about that. I feel like maturity was more a topic of discussion as far as preparation, figuring out a routine, going into film sessions, practice, shoot arounds, and stuff like that with a more business-like approach towards it instead of a let's just get through it approach. So that was the main focus.
Did you start at all to keep up a pretty routine as the season went on, and I'm still working on that?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I don't know. I notice a lot of people take naps and do stuff like that. I'm not. I don't really like. I don't sleep like that. So it was hard for me to. It was hard for me to find a routine to take a nap or a routine to do the same. I don't like doing the same thing all the time, you know. So I just like to just go about it. But when it's time to go, I like to be ready.
Has Kobe given you any tips? Because I know with him, he does like to do the same thing.
Yeah. Not really. I haven't asked. I'm not interested. I don't want to be like that. I want to figure out a way, my own way. You know. I don't feel like they just chose that and was comfortable with it. I feel like it chose them. If you sleep, you got sleepy, and you're like, man, I gotta go to sleep. I don't feel like that.
Now,
You think he'll do some of it?
Do I think I will?
Yeah.
I hope so. I want to. So
Do you
I hope we
think-
all do it.
What do you think that'll do as a unit?
Chemistry. It's chemistry. It's just an opportunity to. I thought playing summer league last year, I thought that was the NBA. Like I literally thought, man, and I struggled, and I was like, man, I gotta get in the gym. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And then when I got to the NBA, I played way better than I did in the summer league because it was more. It was completely different, and I feel like summer league, if you go in with a different approach, you'll pick up bad habits and you'll struggle. But if you go in with a more business approach towards getting better as a team, picking up that chemistry with the guys you know you're going to play with, it's an opportunity to take advantage of it.
Let's wrap it up, guys.
now that you've seen all the league, you've seen the point guards, the shooting guards, has your expectation changed for better or worse of your career? You know, what do you think of where you can go to in the league?
I feel like I feel like at this level you use your advantages to your own ability. If you're faster, you try to be faster than the next guy. If you're bigger, you try to be a bully to the next guy. And I feel like me, I'm a big guard. I should be more gritty and more bully like to the smaller guard. I'm a big guard, and I feel like going into summer league, a lot of the guards are the same size. Even towards the end of the year, I started posting up more. It's something I really want to add to my game. So going to summer league, I might just try to focus on that more. Start running the offense out of the post and just getting guys involved from the post because I can use that as my advantage. So I feel like it's all about advantages and taking advantage of that.